Today's the feast of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary, December the 8th. This is Mission Live. You're with Roger from the MSC Mission Office. This was a very important date for our founder, Father Jules Chevalier, and it has become an important date for the MSCs. Two particular stories about the founder that I'd like to tell you. Well, first of all, whenever he and his group wanted something particular or were about to make an important decision or needed support for something, they would start a novena to end on this day. Now, one particular instance in Isidon, they wanted funding, some money to do what they wanted to do. I think it might have been to build the basilica or something. The place was developing and they needed something. So they did this novena. Father Chevalier said his morning mass as usual and his prayers, and then he went out to the sacristy and there was a man there to see him. He said, "Father Chevalier, I'd like to speak with you." And Chevalier said, "Very good, just give me a little moment, I want to say some prayers and get myself sorted out, say 15 minutes. So he did that and he met with the gentleman, and the man said, "I am representing a gentleman who is wealthy and wants to give you a sum of money for your purposes, for your foundation." And that was the amount that he was looking for. And so that part of the work went ahead. Another important story. Father Chevalier always had in his mind missions, to go to the what they used to call the foreign missions. And he made application to Rome through, he had a man there, Father Jouet, was in Rome, and they made an application to the Pope, and they were offered parts of the Pacific and New Zealand. So Father Chevalier took this to his council, and his council said, no, we can't do that. We haven't got enough men. We're very small. We haven't got enough men and enough resources to do that. And so his council turned him down. So he writes to Father Jouet and says, "Have the Holy Father offer us another mission, and make sure the Holy Father's letter is dated the 8th of December. Our Father Founder was also a bit of a what would you call it? A wise and prudent man, if not a bit tricky. And so in due course, the letter arrived offering Melanesia and Micronesia, and it was dated the 8th of December. So Chevalier was able to say to his council, "See, it's dated the 8th of December. Our Lady wants it. How can we refuse?" And so the decision was made. And Melanesia and Micronesia, that's where we are in parts of Indonesia and of course in Papua New Guinea. And that was our first mission, and that's what went ahead in 1883. They arrived at over Rabaul side of Matapit Island, and in 85 at Yule Island. And a bit later the Dutch MSC went to parts of Indonesia to the Celebes, which is now known as Sulawesi, because those people were Melanesians. So that decision, with that letter dated on the 8th of December, was decisive in beginning the mission, and it's decisive today because that was the beginning of those missions and so many others around the world. So this day is an important day for the missionaries of the Sacred Heart. It has been in our history, and it certainly is for our missions, because it was there on that date that the request of the Holy Father was recognised and then answered, and the mission began. Interesting little stories in our missions. Thank you for being with us.